Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Mariesvermontcreations, and today I'm going to be making a beach theme card. I am just showing you some of the supplies that I'm going to be using. I have the stencil, which is from A Colorful Life Designs. It's their cloud stencil. This die set from Honeybee Stamps, which is a beach scene, and then the coordinating stamp set. I die cut most of my images out of white cardstock. A few of them I did out of color cardstock. And these are the Simon Hurley inks that I am going to use, and I will add fake plant in there eventually. I will list them all down below of which ones that I'm using. So I am going to take this brown color and just ink blend on my panel. This panel is slightly smaller than an A2 size card panel. It is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just making myself some sand. So I'm not trying to get a perfect blend because I want it to be a little splotchy. And I am going to take this clear skies and the stencil and just make myself some clouds. I do end up having to go back and make them a little bit further down before I'm finished, but then I'm going to take my different die cuts and I'm going to ink blend on them so that I can have whatever colors that I want. So this card is part of the monthly challenge that I do with Michele from Scrapsecrets. We decided that we were going to do a summer scene. Since we're wrapping up summer, we thought we would do a scene card for summer. And what's funny is we didn't talk about it. We both picked this same die set to make our cards. So that wasn't even originally planned, but it's how it ended up. So you can see two different completely card versions using the same die set. I ended up using quite a few of the dies from here. I do ink blend several of the pieces. I think there's 3 or 4 that I don't end up using. Mainly there's a few mounds of sand and then the white caps of the water. I didn't end up using those because I didn't like how they looked. I didn't do enough. I think I should have ink blended some of the water onto my background instead of doing all clouds, and I would have been able to use those better. So I ended up keeping those off, but I did use quite a few pieces. But as you see, the little fence I cut out of some brown cardstock. The sailboat is out of some navy blue. I could have ink blended those as well, but I just figured that fence is really finicky and I figured I would end up bending it, so I just cut it out of cardstock. So while I am continuing to ink blend, and then once I do that, my next step is to glue everything on. So here I'm adding the fake plant that I didn't originally show in the beginning just because I wanted a more true green for my palm tree here. And I'm just being careful to do just the leaves, and then I will do the trunk in brown, obviously. So Michele and I try to get together at least once a month to do a specific theme, technique, use the same product, whatever. So that's what we decided for this month. We are going to not do our typical challenge for September because it is going to be the Christmas card series will start on, I believe, September 30th. So that will bring 2 cards a week. So they'll be Mondays and Fridays that we'll post videos with a Christmas theme. We have them all selected what we're going to do for the month. We randomize the list and have them planned out of when they'll all be scheduled. So I'm looking forward to working on those. I have not yet quite started those, but I need to get going because I like to be ahead a little bit because you never know, life happens, and I want to make sure to get the content out to you. Michele is currently back in school, so her schedule is crazy, but I made sure she still wanted to do this. So it may be sporadic, but it definitely is our goal to get all of the projects out. So there'll be 25. So it will take us from the end of September until just before Christmas to get all the projects out to you. So there'll be a variety. It's not just cards. And we tried to pick themes that were not done last year when we did this, because Michele does this series every year. She's done it for several years on her channel. And 2 years ago, she asked me to do one video with her. And then last year I did the entire series with her. So we're doing that again this year because I had so much fun doing it. So I hope that you all enjoyed watching it. There will be prizes throughout, at the end of the series. And I do hope, because I am ever so slowly creeping towards 1,000 subscribers, that if I get there, I will do an extra prize if that happens during the series. So there'll be some more, details about the series as we go forward, but just wanted to let you know that that's kind of what's going to be my main focus for the next few months. I will still be bringing some Halloween content. I have some more videos planned for that in between. I did that last year. It would kind of be Christmas, Halloween, Christmas, but it worked out. I love making Halloween projects, so if there's anything that you would like to see, definitely feel free to leave me a comment down below. So just back to the card, I am just gluing the pieces on. I had cut out some clouds. I put the sun down, and then they have even in the die set like the ripple effect for the water, so I added that in there. I'm going to have put together the little beach chair, which I think was the most difficult part out of the entire card because it's 3 little pieces. I ended up ink blending on the wrong side of the piece that I had cut out, so I had to flip it over and just add some more ink to that to make sure that I was putting it together correctly. And there are some birds, the sun, some clouds. It's the little like grass that comes out on the beach, so I added that behind I put that down first, and then I'll put the fence in front of it, just to give it, a little bit. Or did I put the fence down first? I don't recall, but I ended up putting a mound of sand over it with some foam squares in just a little bit. I'll show you that right now. I'm putting that chair together. And I thought the navy blue would go well with the sailboat, and then I did the bright pink of the umbrella so that it gave it a little pop and something different, because there was a lot of blue, green, and brown going on in the card. So I do love how this card turned out. I would absolutely love to be in the chair on the beach at the water. Right now we are still having nice weather, which is nice, but we are turning into fall where it's getting a little bit cooler, which I'm excited for. I absolutely love fall, don't get me wrong. But summer seemed to go by very quickly this year. So did you guys do anything fun? We haven't really. It's been work and just work, and that's about it. But there is a corn maze that is open closer to me, because we have one near us, but it's a couple hours away. So I think I'm going to try to convince some friends to go do that, because I've always wanted to do one, but I didn't want to drive the distance in case I didn't like it. And then for my umbrella, I did trim the rod of it down because it was too long. It looked a little wonky with my chair, the way I had placed it down. So I just took my scissors and trimmed that off. And so you can customize this any way. You can use some of the pieces, all of the pieces, and there is a guide, which is to the left there. You can see I showed it in the beginning, but they give you a guide to show you how to layer things together and give you some ideas, which I really like about Honeybee's die sets. That always is very helpful to me, because I actually used the guide when I was putting the chair together just to make sure that I was doing it correctly and having things in the correct place. And so usually all of their dies are very easy to put together. That was the only one that gave me a little bit of a struggle. But I'm just going to finish putting these little sand mounds and different things in place. Like I said, there was those few pieces that I didn't end up using, and now I'm going to take my big scissors and just trim off everything that's hanging over the edge. And then once I get that done, I was going to adhere it to my card base, which is an A2 side folding card base, but I realized I need to stamp the inside, because I decided I had put so much on that I didn't really leave myself room for a sentiment. So I am going to stamp this on the inside, and it says "I love you" to the beach and back, I believe. I am going to use a stamp block to do this, because honestly, in the mess, I couldn't find my Misty. So that's the honest truth as to why I did that. But it worked out well using the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And then I will add this to the front of my card, and that will finish the project for today. I will link Michele's channel down below, so I hope you will check her channel out and see what she made for this theme. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.